Hey y'all, I'm finally here. I've spent the last 12 minutes trying to get the Mevo up. It's not coming up, y'all. I got it to work yesterday. Can't get it to work today. So come join me, I'm finally live. Let me see if I can pull y'all up. Say hey when you come in. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. And I'll see if I can get y'all pulled up on the laptop. So I am back to the Archon mount. Hey, y'all. Because I couldn't get the Mevo work. Who knows? So let me bring y'all up so I can see your comments and then we can get started. I am making a poinsettia. We are using the large Unique in the Creek flower board. So if you need boards, you want to try them, my link is at the top of my page. Just click on that link and it will take you directly to Unique in the Creek where you'll save 10%, okay? Let's see. I found y'all. Holy moly. Holy moly. So we're gonna use the rose gold. So I've got these two that we're going to be alternating with every other set of holes. And then I found these gold balls. I thought I had some rose gold ones, but I can't find them. So we've got these that we're gonna be sticking in there and it's still gonna be pretty. Hello, y'all. So I found y'all. I know, I love those colors together. So I've got your comments up and going. Well, you're up, I don't see your comments, but we will get started. There we go. Because I'm late. I'm late. Trying to get this daggone Mevo. I knew it was too easy yesterday, and today it just won't do anything. But anyway, we will keep going. So I will bring y'all down to the board. I'm back to the Archon mount, so bear with me while I get y'all situated. To be right down and close. Let's see how that looks on the screen and make sure y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Thank you for floating my boat. Well, that's a good view, huh? Okay, so I have gone ahead and I've loaded most of my zip ties. For this petal, I'm just using the sunflower petal. It's the easiest one. I'm doing this because somebody reached out to me and they want to do a workshop using the poinsettia. So I'm using the just the regular sunflower petal because it is really the easiest to use when you're trying to teach a bunch of people at a workshop what you're doing. So, hello y'all. What happened to the craft room? I thought the lighting and everything is so much better out here. So I'm just gonna do my lives from out here. It's still there, I use it. I'll just do my lives out here from now on, just because of the lighting and I have a bigger area to work with. And then, you know, my Mevo's right here. Not that I can use it right now, but hello from Florida. But once I get it figured out, I'm not sure what's going on with it. I may have forgot to turn it off yesterday. So although it's not totally dead, the battery is low. So it's plugged in, so I'm not sure if that's why I can't get it working or what. But I'll figure it out. So still waiting on supplies to come in, so I figured I would go ahead and knock out this poinsettia for those that want to do workshops and those kinds of things. Thank you for floating my boat. You got your second impulse. The first one didn't work at all. Yeah, I had to, my first one, it worked for the first few cuts, and then after that it quit working, so I had to get a second one as well. So it happens, unfortunately. For the most part, I think she uses 6 inches. These boards are amazing. I cut all my petals 10 by 10, if that's what you're asking. Yes, this goes very well with the angel. Absolutely. It's the same exact mesh. All right, so I've got all of these zipped together. So for those that have never used the boards, give me a thumbs up if you've never used the boards. I've taken over the whole daggone house. Literally. Give me some thumbs up if you've never used, oh, okay. So we've got quite a few that have never used these boards before. So these are Unique in the Creek flower boards. This is the large board. They have the small ones as well. I generally, the only thing I've done on the small flower board is my version of the poppy. But anything I do on the large, you can do on the small for a smaller version. So don't think just because I generally only use the large ones that you cannot do the small ones, because you can. They're just as easy to do, okay? So what we do is we use 18-pound zip ties, okay? When you're loading your board, you're going to make sure that the flat end of the zip tie is facing up to the ceiling, okay? You're gonna go down one hole, and then up the other. Depending on what petal you're putting in these will depend on whether you leave them open or you leave them closed. For this petal, I am going ahead and closing them. Yay, you ordered them. Awesome. You've never used this board, Karen? Girl, you need to get you some boards. My link is at the top of my page. So I'm gonna go down one and up the other. So each set of holes goes all the way around. So the bigger spaces you usually are not gonna fill. So the two closest together are the holes that we're putting the zip ties in, okay? So basically we've got our board loaded. You just got out of the hospital, uh-oh. You're not using the far outside row, it will make the same flower size. The outside rows generally are for your leaves. If I'm doing a traditional red poinsettia, then I'll add the green leaves. But because this is a rose gold poinsettia, I will not be adding leaves. So generally the different colors, I do not, unless it's the traditional red poinsettia. Doesn't mean you can't, you can do whatever you want. That's just my preference. You're not getting anything done today? All right, so let's get started. I do have most of my petals already done. So this is what I do to prep them. I get them all folded. I clothespin them together. That way, all I have to do is unclothespin them and stick them right in the hole, zip tie it, and you're done. But I will show y'all how I made the petal, and it's one of the easiest petals you can make. Let me get the board out of the way. You haven't used them? Well, girl, you better use them. Now I did impulse seal these, so it does not cut all of the tinsel, the full running through there, which is fine. Just go back and clip off those few. This one was really bad, but just clip them off, no biggie. No biggie. All right, so we do it with the curved side. There's always a natural curve going up. You're gonna flip it over. turn it into a diamond shape. I'll do it facing y'all so y'all can really see what I'm doing. Turn it into a diamond shaped. Take one end and just scrunch it all the way to the other corner, making sure both of those ends are folded down. Okay, so you're gonna have something that looks like this, almost like a bow tie. And then all you're gonna do is flip it up, trying to make sure that these two are as even as they can be, okay? They may not be perfect, but that's okay. No, girl, I couldn't get the Mevo to work. And then all we're gonna do, now if you want to sit down and do all your petals at once, which is pretty much what I did, just clothespin it, just like that, throw them aside, do all your petals. Then when you come back to put this together, all you're gonna do is unclothespin it. My general rule is I always use a finger's length on the other side. Just like that. That way, you know you're pretty much getting the same length from the outside of the board, if that makes sense. I know, I sat here for over 12 minutes trying to figure out that daggone Mevo. And then just clip your zip tie off. It's that easy. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I'll show you one more time. Well, actually, I've got a few more I can do as people come in. You're gonna need 36 petals. So because I'm using 2 colors, I cut 18 each. So depending, on what you're doing, you're gonna need 36. So curve down, diamond shape, fold one end to the other, always making sure these ends are facing down because you want as few raw edges sticking up to prevent the fraying. You want them down. And then flip it up, just like that. And we put it right in the board. Now I didn't have time. Normally when I do these, I do cut them or seal them, and then I lay my fluff box on top of it so they are really flat, but I did not have time to do that. So once I'm done, what I'll do is I'll put something heavy on them overnight and get them to lay as flat as possible. Okay. The boards are Unique in the Creek flower boards, and it is pinned at the top of my page where you can order them. If you order them through that link, you get 10% off your order. So you can go check them out. They're so much fun. So much fun to play with. Now I do use a zip tie gun and it definitely helps your hands. And ready for work. Who wants to take your place? Is that what you said? That comment went by too quick. All right, so I'm just alternating every other. I know I'm not really I don't decorate in rose gold. Just, it's not my thing. But the colors are absolutely gorgeous. Petals I do cut 10 by 10. Now you can do it 9 by 10 if you want. It's totally up to you what size you use. I just generally do everything 10 by 10. And it's perfect for this alternating color with the rose gold, because the rose gold is typically so thin that if you're just using the rose gold by itself, you may need to double up on your petals at least every other to make sure that you don't see the board underneath. But with using this coordinating jute rose gold, you're definitely not going to be able to see the board this way. And the rose gold mesh you can get, you should be able to. I know there was a shortage at one point, but Craft Outlet, Trendy Tree, the Wreath Shop, any of those places should carry it. And when we start, oh, that one came undone, that's okay. Once you start layering these, some of these petals, you know, will start to lay down if they're not, you know, already. But for those wanting to start workshops, this is the easiest flower you can teach. So this one is going to be a poinsettia, only because we're putting the balls in the middle. But you can always just use a different color and, you know, decorate your styrofoam middles and you have a sunflower. Oh, does Waterman's Loft have it as well? Thank you. I love these colors too. Hello, hello, y'all. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm floating my boat, liking and following and sharing. You didn't miss too much, Jinx. Awesome sale. Sorry, I missed it. I actually totally forgot about it. I was busy packing up wreaths to ship and I forgot. I'm sorry. These are cut 10 by 10. By 10. That's our most of mine, but I mean, you can get away with doing, you know, 9 by 10 if you wanted. I know, aren't these colors pretty? Pretty. So for those just popping in, I will make, I've got 2 more petals that I'm saving. So I will make a couple more here in a little bit. We'll give people a little bit time to, maybe new people come in, and then I'll show you how I made the petals again. I love you too. What's you looking at, Jackie? Jackie. I gotta make sure Jackie knows I said hi. Oh, there's the link. Thanks, Michelle. You're awesome. All right, let's get another color in here. So, I can't believe I couldn't get the Mevo to work, y'all. Like, yesterday must have just been a fluke. The first day I had it, the first time I used it, it worked perfectly. And then I go to hook it up today. No such luck. No such luck. Seeing what's going on here with our favorite monkey. Monkey. Just the monkey sat there and played with those bow makers for 30 minutes last night, y'all. He was so cute. I even gave him a spool of ribbon, and he was down there. He didn't know what he was doing, and I was working on an order, and I just let him play. And he was just wrapping that ribbon around all the dowels. It was so funny. He was having a ball. And then it was time for him to go to bed. And he's like, no, Mom. I'm like, come on, Grandma. He loves to be body slammed in bed. So I had to body slam him in bed. I'm like, come on, Grandma will stop for a minute and I'll go body slam you in bed. And then he was okay. But he had a ball. I know, aren't these colors pretty? Where and what kind is your ribbon holder? I got those from Amazon. Now because they do, most of mine go from floor to ceiling, I do brace them with those big braces. So don't go as high as I do unless you brace them to the wall. No, I didn't, Jackie. I got the clip. But they are from Amazon, and I love them. You know, they're easy, and I've never had a problem with them. But I do brace the ones that I use from floor to ceiling. I brace it to the wall, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. All right, so we're going on our second row, still alternating every other. US for another 2 weeks. Dash home for the UK. There you go. Stock up while you're here. Mine go floor to ceiling, tied to my wall. Absolutely. I wouldn't trust it to not fall if I didn't brace it to the wall. My Mevo, I couldn't get it to work, y'all. I sat here for, y'all know I usually, go live like 5 minutes early just to make sure everything's up and working. And I got my laptop up, and I sat here till, I think it was 12 after 1, because I hate being late. And I'm sweating, y'all. And I couldn't get it to work. It just kept spinning and spinning, and then it said I had to do something with Facebook, and I did it, and I couldn't get it to work. So we're back to my phone and the Archon mount. So who knows? Who's leaving? Who's leaving? They are saying that it is an upgrade on the programming. Oh, the Mevo is, oh, okay. Well, maybe. Now this down here, it's gonna fray, y'all. It's mesh. Don't worry about it. Clip it off if it bothers you, but you're not gonna see it. You can see all these little frays. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Just cut them off. Oh, I'm not the only one? Awesome. They need to address this problem. Okay, so as long as I know it's not just me. It worked perfectly fine for me yesterday. I thought, what awesome luck. My first time using it, and it was perfect. All right, after this one, I'll do another petal for y'all just coming in that haven't seen the petal yet, but it is just the basic sunflower Like I said, I'm doing this because somebody asked me to show them because they want to do a workshop on it. And this is, if you're doing workshops, this is one of the easiest projects you can make. The sunflower, or in this case, we're turning it into a poinsettia. So what color? I need this color. So let me get it out of the way. So like I said, it's going to be curved side down, okay? Put it in a triangle, just like that. And you're basically just gonna scrunch, turn this corner down, and scrunch from one corner to the other. When you get to this one, this side goes down, and then just flip it up, just like that. Just make sure that these are as even as possible, okay? And we're just gonna come over and put it right in. Easy peasy. See, this is what I said about using the rose gold or any of the very thin meshes. If you can see that, you can actually see the board through this mesh. So if you just want to use the solid rose gold, you may need to double up your petals in every other hole, just to make sure that you don't see the board. But because I'm using this that has the different jute and the rose gold and the gold itself, it's covering up what the rose gold is leaving open. Okay, does that make sense? You can make these with the burlap, absolutely. You can make these with anything. Yeah. Yep, anything, very easy to do. Okay, so we've got this row done. See how fast this is? So we're just gonna move on to the next row. Stick it right in there. What zip ties? I use 18-pound zip ties. Generally, I use the 6 to 8 inch, but you can get away with using the 4 inch. I mean, I've used them. It's a little bit harder to work with, but it can be done. Oh, not sure what happened there. But these boards, I saw the question just as my laptop went down. These boards are Unique in the Creek boards. The link is at the top of my page. If you order through that link, it will take you directly to Unique in the Creek, and you'll save 10% off your entire purchase. So just click on that link and shop away. Oh, you're back. Thank you for floating my boat. Yeah, this is a Unique in the Creek. This is the large flower board. They do have smaller ones, but I don't generally use them. I've used a small one once for my version of the poppy. But anything that I do on the large board, you can do on the small board. You know, it's just your size preference and what you want to do. I am making a poinsettia, Denise, using the large flower board. And if you just, you know, lay them as you go, that way you don't have to go back and fuss with them, because the more you fuss with them, the more it's going to fray. So lay them and place them as you go. That way you don't have to worry about them fraying as much as it normally would, okay? No, I'm doing every hole, but I'm doing a different color every other. Does that make sense? This one's for you, Christina. You wanted to see it. So here you go. And we're actually almost done, y'all. Thanks. Y'all see I got my Cowboys shirt on. Go Cowboys. No haters up in here. You need to get you one I love this gun. You know, I do so much on these boards that my hands were really starting to bother me. I mean, they still hurt. But it's just the disease I have, so nothing I can do about it. But it definitely saves the hands. What kind of staple am I using? I'm using a zip tie gun. So it tightens and clips your zip ties all at the same time. There's some cowboy lovers. Yay. Hello, hello. This mesh you can get anywhere. Craft Outlet, okay. Trendy Tree, the Reshop, Waterman's Loft may have it. Deco Exchange may have it. So this is just the regular rose gold. All right, so now we've done this entire circumference, this one, and this one. So if you are doing a sunflower, you may, depending on your senna, you may be able to stop here. Depending on your mesh, depending on your senna. Now this is one I just happen to have right here. So you could stop right there, glue your senna in, and be done. If you're using bigger, I'm gonna say this and y'all are gonna crack up. If you're using bigger balls, you may be able to stop here and put them in. But because I'm using several little ones, we're gonna do this row as well, okay? So depending on what sennas you're using will depend on whether you use these 4 sennas, okay? Mesh is all cut 10 by 10. By 10. Now you can get away, like I said, with doing 9 by 10 if you wanted. I just have a thing with everything being even. Just a little OCD. I can't make myself cut it at 9. Where did you get your gun? And when you're taking on the video, the first thing I hear you say, you might want to use bigger balls. Already love this group. Awesome. Welcome. The zip tie gun was sent to me as a gift, but you can get them at Harbor Freight, Amazon, probably Walmart. Any of those places should carry these guns. I don't know. I probably could do this one as a kit. All right, I've got one more. We'll do this one. So for all of you, just look at this mess I'm making, y'all. What size are my balls? They are 2-inch. 2-inch balls. Some would say mine are rather large, but you know. Okay. So, curve side down, diamond shape, start scrunching. This end goes down, scrunch all the way to the other end, ensuring that this end faces down as well, and flip it up. Just like that. And you want to make sure to get them as even as possible. It's not going to be perfect, but as even as you possibly can. Did you use one roll? You're going to need one roll. I used 18 pieces from each roll because I'm doing the two-tones. But you're going to need one roll to do an entire poinsettia. Okay, we got one more piece, y'all. Does my husband ever watch me? No. He'll get on every once in a while. But then he gets mad because I don't say hi because I don't see him. Like, I didn't see you, baby. You say hi to everybody else. No, I don't. Of course it will, Carol. You love it, but you only have purple balls. Then do a purple poinsettia. Poinsettias can be any color. All right, so there we go. What y'all think? Isn't that pretty? You made it, Kim. I've been waiting for you. Where you been? All right, so the balls, the gold balls, I did go ahead and I took the caps off, and look, my phone's one to update right now. You better wait. I hot glued the tips onto there, so I pulled them off, hot glued, put them right back on. That way they're not falling off anywhere. And then I'm just going to, now if you want, what you can do, let me find a zip tie, is you can feed your zip ties from underneath. And you can zip tie these in just like that, okay? Easy peasy. Or you can take a pipe cleaner run your balls through the pipe cleaner. I'm thinking we're just going to need one, two, well, I guess we may need them all. I don't know. I haven't made one in so long, y'all. Maybe one more. One more for good measure. But I need I need more pipe cleaner down here. Okay. So just scrunch them up, get them tight. Maybe, hold on. Twist them in there, and then I'm just gonna feed right down through these holes. They are glittery. Get them tight. Y'all ain't right. And don't break it. But y'all see where I'm going with this. Once I get them in there. So it'll look just like that. Oh no, exactly. Leave it to me. But you could also, I mean, you could use bigger ones, even the solid ones. The bigger ones, and then just put the smaller one on top. I mean, you can do so many things with these. 5 balls looks better. It's not big enough. I mean, you could leave it like that. If you're gonna leave it like that, what I would do is, because I don't want to be able to look at your board or your poinsettia from any angle and see this, okay? So if you're gonna leave it with just the 5, what you're gonna wanna do, hold on, let me unhook it. Is you're gonna wanna put 4 more petals in here, okay? So what you'll do is you'll go from this hole to this hole and put another petal. What about putting petals on the balls? What do you mean? Could you? Yeah, you could definitely get the tiny ones. Whatever you want to do. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see these gaps in anybody's boards. I mean, it just, to me, it looks like an unfinished product, and I don't like to see it. So I would go and fill in just like this and put in 4 more petals, just like we did the others. Just like that. If they are foam, you could cut them in half. Yeah, we don't want no gaping or saggy balls. So then that would ensure that you could still use these smaller ones. Get them where I want them. And you wouldn't see the boards. Does that make sense? Or Hold on real quick. I can't find the color I'm looking for, but you could always use the bigger ones with the smaller ones, if that makes sense. So I'll just give you giving you some ideas. If you don't have the small ones, the big ones can be used as well. So you would do it the same way. Glue your tips on there first. Get your bigger balls down there like that. And then you can put your smaller ones in the middle. Whatever you want to do. I mean, there's so many ways that you could do this. So they don't, I just meant so they don't stick up so far. I must have missed it. They're gonna stick up, but the good thing about these boards is even with these in the middle, it is still gonna fit between two doors. So you're still gonna be able to put it on the outside or on the inside of your door, in between a door and a screen door. Does that make sense? So that's it. I would put 4 more petals in here, but my mesh is still outside where I sealed it. So that's pretty much what it's gonna look like, y'all. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. The ribbon, what is the size? This mesh is cut 10 by 10. 10 by 10 inch mesh. You're welcome, Christina. No problem. It is. They're very pretty and very easy to do and quick to do. I mean, we've been on less than an hour, and it's already done. So there it is. I'll get 4 more petals in there so you can see the back. So on the back in the very center, you're gonna use in between as well to put in 4 more petals. Now, if you're using like the heavily fold, like reds or the burlaps, you're not gonna need to probably add those 4 extra petals because it's gonna cover better. Even you can do it, exactly. They're so easy and so fun and so many different ways you can do them. So just have fun with it. No, Michelle, I'm getting it done shortly. I'm getting ready to, hopefully, well, I'm still waiting on my delivery too for my live sale today. Yeah, I'll do it here shortly. So that's it. Tell the 2 colors again. It is rose gold and then rose gold with jute. So if you just, if you go into Craft Outlet, just pull up rose gold mesh. They should both come up. The buffalo plaid burlap I got at Hobby Lobby. You used yellow, oh, you used yellow burlap and still had to? Okay. You're inspired now? Well, awesome. That's why I do what I do. I don't have to go live, but I, love to share and inspire other people to do things and get creative, and it's fun. Oh, okay. You love my accent? Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, okay. So I'll wait then. I mean, my other shipment is supposed to be here today. And usually they get here before 3. So, this mesh, I believe, I'd almost swear this mesh came from Craft Outlet. Almost swear, but I've had it a while. Thank you. Yeah, I do seal the thinner meshes, especially this rose gold, with my impulse sealer. So it cuts and seals. So as you can see, let me get these balls off. I guess I just like seeing balls, y'all. Let me get these ornaments off. So as you can see, there is actually no fraying anywhere on this mesh except down there at the bottom where I was putting them in. But as a general rule, there's no frays anywhere on this flower that you can see because I impulse sealed it. You just got your Craft Outlet order, and now you have to go order some rose gold. Thanks, Michelle. So hopefully my order will be here soon. I'm going to try to go live again by 4 to do a live sale. Is there a difference in the, oh, hold on. Is there no, it does the same thing. You're welcome, Gail. Don't throw the balls around. I'll gently move them. All right, any other questions? You're so welcome. Any other questions that I can answer? It'll be okay to cut. Just make sure that, they don't get upset because it's frame, because the frays can easily be cut. So don't get upset. Of course you can, Jinx. The more the merrier. Yeah, just cut off the frays and call it a day. Yeah, that's no biggie. No biggie at all. You're so welcome. All right, well, that's it. That's all I got for now. Hopefully I'll see y'all before 4 for a live sale, and we'll go from there. So see y'all later. Bye.